How's it going, everyone? We're here to check out the top submitted skins for this week. And starting off, we've got a full-on, excuse me, as you can hear, I'm still recovering, a full-on hide set. It is the Gladiator set by Buttbeard. And yeah, it just has this Roman Gladiator thing going on, and is definitely very cool looking. You can see a lot of people wanting to rock this as a hide set, for sure. Next, we've got some goofy hide boots for you. These are the Liquor Shoes by Shedmon, and yeah, they have giant tongues sticking out of them, and yeah, I don't know, the whole thing's just kind of freaky, but it fits that freaky side of Rust. Next, we have a Snow Jacket skin for you. It's been a while since we've seen any Snow Jacket skins, and one of the reasons is because you can't really dye that shirt under there, which kind of sucks. But one way or another, it is the white-out Snow Jacket. I mean, it's just one of those things that makes sense, so hey, maybe with some more whiteout, we'll have a chance of getting those other missing pieces too. Lastly, for our clothing this week, we've got the Birch version 2, and this is Flames. So yeah, the whole thing kind of has the the weaved birch bark kind of thing going on, but then you've got these flames just coming all around it. Really changed the whole vibe of it. And you've got these axes there, and yeah, it's just a very different set. Definitely a lot of color. Next up, we've got deployables for you. Starting out, we've got the Lumberjack sleeping bag. With the pack coming out, of course, we're going to see a couple of Lumberjack themed stuff, and this one looks all Lumberjacky with suspenders, plaid, and jeans and all. Then we've got a couple furnaces for you. Starting out here, we've got one that may look like a kind of fruit or vegetable, and it is, well, a watermelon. There you go. And through it kind of shines a little bit, so at night we'll give you a look at that, and the whole thing kind of looks like it's sitting in a wicker basket there. Then we've got this crazy frog guy over here. I'm not even sure what's going on with it, but it is great. This is the frog furnace, and yeah, this thing, he's got crown, he's got a tongue that wraps all the way around him, and it's just crazy looking. Then we also have a very kind of earthy looking one for you. This is the Crystal Obelisk Furnace by Depreciator, and yeah, this thing is just very cool looking. Love the shine to it and everything. Definitely a cool looking furnace. Next up, we've got one box for you this week. With this small little box, it is the Sea Box, and yeah, you can see there's like little octopus or squid tentacles coming through. There's even moss growing here and there, and yeah, it's just a nice little box design for sure. Then we got some doors for you. Like I said, we'll see a few more lumberjack things, and the first one up is a wood lumberjack door by Lodi. And there you go. It's got the new Hazy, and he's got the tools there. Then popping back out on the other side, he's got one of the other tools on the other side, which is a cool design. Moving on, we've got some more wooden doors for you with the Illuminati graffiti door here. It's just called Illuminati door, but yeah, it just kind of has that graffiti kind of vibe to it. We'll check out both sides. You can see there's kind of like a wolf and that three-eyed cat again over here. Then moving on, we've got some metal doors for you. The first one's kind of cutesy. This is the Huntress and her kitty door. And yeah, there you go. I mean, we have like the pug set and stuff like that, and this just fits kind of right in. So, you know, there it is. Then we've got another door for you. This one is the metal emergency exit door. Comes in a glowing and a non-glowing version, so we'll be sure to show you the glow here shortly. Then next up, we've got another set for you, the Forester door by Sadis, and yeah, as you can see, it's like a mesh chain link with a bunch of logs behind it. It's definitely a very cool little concept. Then over here, we've got a next addition in the camouflage net set with the desert camouflage sheet metal door. Alright, there we are. My camera bugged out, and we also have construction going on literally on the wall that is connected to my office. So sorry guys if that's coming through. Hopefully it won't be there after I edit it out. But yeah, sometimes you can't always get all of it. But next we've got a Cyberjack garage door for you by Stabby. This definitely has some cool glow as well, which we'll be sure to show you here shortly. Then we've got more of a military S door for you with the Tankist garage door by Anbu. Then next up, we've got a kind of artsy one. This is the Metamorphosis garage door by Samoda. And our last garage door for this week is the Danger Area garage door by Andy Boo. Last, we've got two armor doors for you. One single door, which is the Workbench 3 armor door by Duck. And then we also have one more. It's the Reinforced double armor door. So let's go ahead and kill the lights. And you can see that we have the glow right here on this door. Then, man, these just have all sorts of a pop of a glow to them. Look at that. And if we cruise all the way back down here, you can see the glow on the exit door. And the super glow on that one there. And if we head all the way back down here with the furnaces, you can see this one kind of just has a general glow. And the frog guy does light up quite a bit all around, really glows quite a bit. And then, man, just that watermelon really, really lights up as well. Alright, next up we've got our weapons and tools. Starting off for you, we've got a big old shiny rock for you. This is the Ocean Crystal Rock by Snake Eyes. Definitely a nice, gleaming, shimmery rock. Then we've got something a little bit on the flip side. It is a cookie rock for you, made by Michael. Wouldn't recommend eating it or biting into it, though. Next, we've got a tool set for you, and it is a metal hatchet and pickaxes, the runic set by Zinc. It has definitely a very nice cutout, and then you have this really cool kind of runes in the handle, which I think are really neat. Then, of course, we can pull out the matching pick. Hello, there it goes. Crossbow's coming out instead. There you go, you can see those runes on the handle. And then next, we've got a crossy for you. There we go. This is, of course, the JPEG crossbow. We'll go ahead and reload it there. This has been a pretty popular set, so I wouldn't be surprised to see this one maybe pop in next week. Or this week, I assume, is what I mean. And next, we've got another set continuation with the Neo Souls crossbow by Odyssey. Always a set that does look like it might glow, but it is just bright. It does not have a glow effect of any sort, so will not give you away at night. Next up, we've got a Revy for you, and this one has some little kind of like scrawlings on it, I would say, and this is the Fiery Scratch Revolver. Aiming down the sides here, you got a little kind of crown scratched in there. And there's that reload. Next, we've got a couple pythons for you. Starting out, this one here is the Predatory Camo Python. Aiming down the sights, you've got what look like green glow sights. They are not, but they are quite nice. A little addition there, even without the glow. Then we've got another python for you here, and this one is the gold carved python. As you can see, it has that kind of nice green color with some gold carvings going around through it. Aiming down the sights here, you've got kind of a golden, glowy kind of looking sight. Again, not glowing, however. Then moving on, we've got a sap for you, and this one is a continuation in the Quarantine set by Cirque. And yeah, it's a nice little addition there. Everyone likes that kind of Venom vibe going on with the set, I think. Then we've got another sap for you, and this one is a continuation in the Dark Warrior set by Mnemonic Man. So there you go, Dark Warrior sap. Then, next up in this group, we've got a Thompson for you. This is the Obsidian Tommy. It's definitely been a pretty popular set with a nice gold kind of trim going on with it there. So I could see this one also having a chance of popping in. And then the sights there is the gold against that Obsidian for you. Next up, we've got a couple custom SMGs for you. Starting off with this one here. It is the Relic custom SMG. And it actually kind of has like a face on the side of it there, which is kind of cool. Even on the sides here, you got kind of golden versus the silver and a big old sun on the back. Next, we've got a continuation in the Airsoft set with the custom SMG. So there you got that one. Then, next, we've got another custom for you, and this one's themed after the Lumberjack DLC, so of course it's called the Lumberjack SMG. You can see the new tools there on the back, as well as a little hazy and some of the other tools on either side of it. Definitely a fun little idea. Then we've got another custom SMG for you. This one has more of an artsy look to it. This is the Tiger Eye custom by Micro. And yeah, it just kind of has a little art on the side there. Aiming down the sights here, you've got some more of kind of like a, let's see, like a feline kind of face, I think. And there's that reload. Next, we've got an MP5 for you, and this has kind of a cool drawn look to it. This is the Sunrise MP5 by Hewok. And aiming down the sights here, it's kind of, there's a little sun kind of rising. And yeah, the rest of it's kind of just like peeling old paint. I feel like that kind of fits. It's always nice to have rusty stuff in Rust. And next up in this group, we've got a SAR for you, and this is in continuation in Howdy's hot content set. So there you go. Aim down the sights here. And there's a reload for you. Next, we've got some AKs for you. Starting off with this one, we've got the Crypt AR by Algorithm. And yeah, the whole thing kind of looks like it's made out of old tiles, and you've got a little Crypt bat there, and it's all cracked. Aiming down the sights here, you've got like a red gem and a red tip to the sight. Then we've got this crazy radioactive looking AR with the Toxic Survival AK, and it has all these really cool looking like glowish parts to it. So of course, you know, everyone's gonna ask, does it glow? And it definitely does. And it has a glow tip. That is actually something I'm gonna have to say. So yeah, I guess Twitch drops, and if the devs want to put glow sights in, they can. But community skins, that is a no-go, unfortunately. So moving on here, we've got another AK for you. This one is all sorts of kind of shiny with a glass kind of look to it. This is the Fragile AR. And yeah, the whole thing I think is meant to kind of have like a stained glass kind of vibe going on. And I think that's quite cool. Also love the kind of sheen it has to it. Aim down the sights there, you can definitely see the glass. And you've got a blue kind of versus red, dark red sight there. Next, we've got another AK for you, and this one's definitely on the beat up side. This is the Iron Red AR, and there you go. And I tell you guys, Corona really takes your breath ability. So talking long sentences, not always the best. But yeah, this has kind of like a carbon fiber kind of inlay, and then the whole thing is just kind of this beat up armored outside shell to an AK. Definitely really cool. And aiming down the sights, you've got the iron sight versus a bit of red there. Then, moving on, we've got a couple LRs for you, starting off with this one right here with this really cool dragon art on the side. This is the LR Dragon Threat LR. The only thing I do have to say is aiming down the sights, there's literally nothing going on. So maybe they forgot, I don't know, but that's definitely a big space you want to do something with when you're making an LR. That's for sure. Moving on, we've got the next LR for you, and this one's all sorts of rainbows and colors. It's the Happiness LR by Taylor. And yeah, you can see there's a rainbow there. Even the mag is a rainbow, and even the rail has a rainbow. Aiming down the sides here, you've got a red ring and a little smiley face. Good use of the big space back here, as I was just talking about. And there is that reload. Next, we've got one more LR for you, and this one should look familiar as it's part of the Retro Blast set by Zimic. So there you go. It has a nice kind of beat up, slightly flaking, used look to it, but some nice vibrant colors that everyone's been loving. And then you have kind of like a caution tape thing going on with a red and blue sight. Then we've got a bolty for you, and this is on the cell shaded kind of vibe. And well, it's literally called cell shading bolt action. So there you go. That is the name there. They're definitely saying they are not friendly and ready to go for some headshots. And just in case you were still wondering, it says RIP right there. Next, we've got a L96 for you. And this one is kind of on the fence. I spoke about how people are kind of just doing like a, you know, spoof off of each kind of texture thing, and this not texture thing is definitely hilarious. And Rust does have a t-shirt that was floating around like it, but that was kind of thrown in by the devs as a joke. I mean, I don't know if this is something that could actually pop into the store, because literally it is just pasting a texture onto the gun. But I mean, you can also see it wasn't just literally pasted over in some spots. There was some care taken to how it fits, but at the same time, you know, it is quote-unquote low effort. I don't know. We'll just have to see how Hulk feels about it. One way or another, it's definitely a funny gimmick. Then, moving on, we've got some rocket launchers for you to finish up the video, and the first one here is the Night Raider rocket launcher by Splinky. And it's got boom, some stars on it, and some nice dark colors like the purples and blues. Aiming down the sights here, you have like a little purple sight. And let's go ahead and load a rocket into here. Go ahead and fire that off into the woods. Did we hit a tree? Who knows? And then we've got one more rocket launcher for you here, and this one is part of the camouflage set. So there you got it, is a rocket launcher full complete with udders. So yeah, there you go. And when you go ahead and reload, you open up a big old, it looks like a udder or something. I don't know. It's hilarious. Go ahead and shoot another rocket off into the distance, and boom. Oh, hey, we took a tree out. There you go. So that does it, everyone. Sound out down in the comment section below which ones you are hoping for to make it in this week the most. And coming up soon, we've got the Halloween contest coming out, so keep an eye out for that. That's always a fun one. Thanks for watching, everyone, and stay rusty.